afternoon, good evening, friends of Wealthy with you, friends of Wealth Wednesday. How are you doing? We welcome you to our session once again. We trust you're keeping well. We trust you're implementing the lessons that we are learning. We trust your life is being transformed. And so we keep on doing what we need to do. And as usual, we always start with a request. If this content that we are giving is helping you, would appreciate if you can share it with friends. If you can continue to like our social media pages, our TikTok, our YouTube, our Facebook. That's the only way we'll be able to keep spreading this message to more and more people. We continue to ask you to invite your friends, also to like, to comment. Let's just keep on encouraging one another. So for a while now, we've been addressing the subject of SACCOs. Why should you invest in the SACCO? How should you invest in the SACCO? How is the SACCO normally run? And from the feedback we've received, especially from our TikTok forum, looks like a lot of people have gained some useful information that is helping them. But also the feedback that we have received from several people is that you've given us a lot of information about SACCOs. How about you talk to us about the money market funds or alternative investments that we can take that compare with the SACCO? And so today would like to address the subject of the money market fund. That is a question we have received from a lot of people. And so for those of you that have been asking about the money market fund, today is your day. Karibuni sana. So what is a money market fund? And a money market fund, in very simple terms, is a kind of a mutual fund where people come together, they collect, people pull resources together collectively, and those funds are invested by a professional collectively. So other than, as compared to the SACCO where you go alone, you open an account, that account is run separately, individually, you get your returns, you take a loan. Now, when it comes to a mutual fund, where we are saying a money market fund is a type of a mutual fund. There are several types of mutual funds. So we are saying a mutual fund, number one, is a collective investment. Resources are pulled together. So you bring your 10,000, I bring my 20,000, I bring my 1 million. The funds are pulled together. That's the first thing about a mutual fund. The other thing is that the fund is run by a professional. They are professionally qualified people that run the fund. They have certificates and also licenses from the Capital Markets Authority for them to run that fund. So a mutual fund cannot be run by just anyone. And the process of qualifying to become a professional to run a mutual fund is another story altogether. So they are professionally run. Number three is that the resources that we have pulled together are used to purchase securities. They are invested in securities, government bonds, shares in the stock market, call deposits, or fixed deposits in the banks. So they are packaged together. The mutual fund is packaged in such a way that a unit has got a component of an asset class. For example, a unit of a fund will have a component of shares in the stock market, a component of treasury bills or treasury bonds or fixed deposits. All those are put together, and then the unit is given a price. So that is what, in short, is a mutual fund. Sounds like complicated language, but the most important thing for you to understand is that a mutual fund is a collection of individual resources. We come together, we pull our resources together, it's professionally run, and the funds that are pulled together will be used to be invested collectively in securities, government bonds, and the like. So we are saying that a money market fund is a type of a mutual fund. Now, what is very special about a money market fund is that, number one, a money market fund is a liquid type of investment. It is liquid in the sense that next to cash, where you can go to the bank and deposit your cash, tomorrow you go to the bank and withdraw your cash. It is more or less the same. Now, a money market fund is the next step of investment from cash savings in a bank. So liquidity means that you can get your cash within the shortest time possible. As a matter of fact, the notice that is required for you to liquidate your money market fund is about 48 hours. So if you have bought a money market fund and tomorrow you wake up and think that I need my cash because something has happened, I need to sort out some issue, you need to give only a notice of 48 hours and you get your cash. So they are highly liquid. The next thing about a money market fund is that it's a very secure form of investment. It is a low risk, low return investment. So the returns that you get from a money market fund will be slightly higher than the interest you get from a bank, from a savings in the bank. Actually, savings in the bank, you get very, very little returns on your investment or on your savings. So now, when it comes to money market fund, it's an upgrade of like keeping your money in cash. So it's very secure. Your cash is secure. Your capital will be preserved. You can almost be sure that if you have invested 100,000, tomorrow if you want to go and liquidate, you will certainly get your 100,000, and also with some little return. So it's low risk, low return. Your capital is secure, but also the returns you are likely to get, they are also quite low. So that's the other thing about a money market fund. It preserves your capital. And the third thing about money market fund is that they are invested in highly liquid assets, like short-term assets, like treasury bills, short-term government bonds that go for like a year, call deposits in financial institutions, short-term corporate bonds, things that can be liquidated very, very easily. So that is your money market fund. One, it's a type of a mutual fund, and I've explained what is a mutual fund: a collection of resources where people pool resources and they are invested in securities. Number two, it's a very secure form of investment where your capital is preserved. When you invest your 10,000, you can almost be sure tomorrow if you want to liquidate, you'll be able to get back your 10,000. So it's a secure investment, low risk, low return. Number three is that it is easily redeemable. Just like the way you put your money in the bank, tomorrow you can go and withdraw. Even with a money market fund, all you need is a notice of 48 hours and you'll be able to liquidate. So for those of you that have been asking me about money market funds, in very simple terms, that is what I can say. A money market fund is like an upgrade of your savings in the bank. So you go and invest in a place that gives you some returns that are above what the rate of interest that you can get from the bank on your savings, but also a place where you are sure your capital is safe, it is preserved. The returns will be low, but then your capital is safe. And number three, you can easily redeem your money that you have invested. So there you are, for those of you that have been asking me about money markets. And it is to say, there are so many providers of money market funds. You have independent providers of money market funds. If you go online, you'll be able to just see where in Kenya can you invest in money market funds. And the other options that you can look at, who are providers or people who administer money market funds will be your regular insurance companies. So there are very many people, and they will be giving different kinds of returns. The returns are declared on a daily basis. So if you have invested your money today in a money market fund, tomorrow you can go online and you'll be able to check the return that you have, and it is credited on a daily basis. So there you are. That is what we would like to say about money market funds. In a future episode, we are going to tell you now what is the difference between a money market fund and the SACCO. Why should I consider money market fund instead of the SACCO? And I believe that will answer the question for those of you that have been asking us, why can't you now tell us about money market funds? And it is to say that this platform is here for us to give you all the options where you can invest in, then you make an informed decision. Ultimately, if you decide you want to invest your money in a money market fund instead of the SACCO, we give you the information that enables you to make that choice. So there you are. Continue engaging with our platform, continue giving us feedback, continue letting us know what are those things that you would like us to address in this platform, and we are here to keep all of us informed. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.